Well, we are fresh into the new year, and it's the perfect time to talk about technology trends for 2017. What are we going to see more of? Joining me now is Barbara Ciaramitaro, who is an IT and cybersecurity professor at Walsh College. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning. Wonderful to be here.
And you're going to talk about, I love the term, the tech forecast for the year.
Yes.
So it kind of falls into three key areas for you. Can you kind of break those down for us?
Yeah, one interesting thing about the changing nature of technology and what we're seeing happening right now is some of it is very visible and some of it is kind of the undercurrent that's affecting our lives. So when we talk about the three key areas, which really is the emergence of intelligent devices, is the use of mesh technology, and the interconnection between the digital world and the real world. Some of those are very visible, some of those are just becoming an undercurrent in our lives.
Okay, what are some examples of digital versus intelligence versus mesh?
So intelligence really refers to the growth of artificial intelligence and the use of the computer to help us manage the massive amounts of information. There's so much out there that it exceeds our cognitive abilities. So we know that fraud alerts from our credit companies, that's artificial intelligence. We know the searches that we perform in Google are artificial intelligence. We're seeing the growth of that a lot as the basis, for example, autonomous vehicles and a number of other areas.
Okay, great. So as a professor, in cybersecurity IT, what intrigues you?
One of the challenges when we talk about this hyper-connected world and this artificial intelligence and the merging of digital and the Internet of Things is the fact that security has not played a primary role. So we have this hyper-connected world with tremendous promise, but it's not yet secure. So that concerns me, keeps me up at night, but we're working on it. The whole profession and the whole industry is working on it.
So let's talk maybe some specific products. What products might we see more of in the homes in 2017, and what might fizzle out?
Well, what we're seeing is the growth, and when we talk about trends that fizzle out, what we see is more that they kind of reemerge. So we know the Google Home. My husband got me a Google at home so it can advise me on what to do. We know that a number of the companies are coming out with those personal assistants. We're seeing that, and then we see that going to help connect the smart home with all the smart devices. So we're seeing the growth in that. People like to personalize their world with the use of technology. We have to be careful. Google Glass is a great example of something ahead of its time, not because it wasn't intriguing, but because it was intrusive. So we are watching, we're seeing, for example, augmented reality in the Pokemon Go. Where is that going to go? Is that going to be part of education and training? So we see these waves of emerging technology up and down as they get refined.
Barbara, thank you so much. Some very great insight. There's your tech forecast for 2017. We'll have to see what happens. Back to you guys.
For sure. All right. Thanks so much.